Brilliance Audio.
Charmed by You, a Stark Security novella, by J. Kenner. Performed by Samantha Brentmoor and Joe Arden.
1001 Dark Nights. Once upon a time, in the future. I was a student, fascinated with stories and learning. I studied philosophy, poetry, history, the occult, and the art and science of love and magic. I had a vast library at my father's home and collected thousands of volumes of fantastic tales. I learned all about ancient races and bygone times, about myths and legends, and dreams of all people through the millennium. And the more I read, the stronger my imagination grew, until I discovered that I was able to travel into the stories, to actually become part of them. I wish I could say that I listened to my teacher and respected my gift, as I ought to have. If I had, I would not be telling you this tale now. But I was foolhardy and confused, showing off with bravery. One afternoon, curious about the myth of the Arabian Nights, I travelled back to ancient Persia to see for myself if it was true that every day Shahryar, Persian for king, married a new virgin and then sent yesterday's wife to be beheaded. It was written, and I had read, that by the time he met Scheherazade, the vizier's daughter, he'd killed 1,000 women. Something went wrong with my efforts. I arrived in the midst of the story and somehow exchanged places with Scheherazade, a phenomena that had never occurred before and that still to this day I cannot explain. Now I am trapped in that ancient past. I have taken on Scheherazade's life, and the only way I can protect myself and stay alive is to do what she did to protect herself and stay alive. Every night, the king calls for me and listens as I spin tales, and when the evening ends and dawn breaks, I stop at a point that leaves him breathless and yearning for more. And so the king spares my life for one more day, so that he might hear the rest of my dark tale. As soon as I finish a story, I begin a new one, like the one that you, dear reader, have before you now.
Prologue. I never believed in love. Why would I, when the only love I ever saw was pretend? I'd watched my parents pretending, and I'd known it wasn't real. I stood under hot lights in front of a camera, faking emotions from the time I was 5. I screamed in fury, kissed with passion, and burned with the need for revenge. I loved deeply, rapturously. Jealousy flowed through my veins along with need and longing and violent lust. But it was never real. Not under those lights with the cameras running and the crew standing silently nearby. And certainly not in the world outside the soundstage where I drew men close, wanting to lose myself in the forgetfulness of lust and passion, but never wanting them to know me, much less love me. I was hollow, alone. Then he came along, all strength and icy determination, as bold and brash as a leading man. He promised to keep me safe, and though there's no denying the attraction between us, he told me to keep my distance. I tell myself I don't want him. I know that I can't love him. But oh, how I wish that I could. Chapter 1. Get a grip, Franny. You've got this. I stand in my kitchen and draw in a breath, determined to listen to my own pep talk. Yes, it's a threat, but that doesn't mean I have to be scared. And even if I am scared, that doesn't mean I have to show it. I'm a good actress, after all. I know this. Hell, everyone knows it. I've been in the front of the camera my whole life. Literally. My little tush was filmed on many a changing table for diaper commercials, and I was the baby or toddler in so many Law and Order type shows I can't even remember them all. Granted, that was more like modeling, not acting, but I've been doing the real thing, stepping into another persona, acting the part, since I was 6 and landed my first soap opera.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?